No one ever told you this about the law of attraction. Have you ever wondered why, even after repeating affirmations, visualizing your goals, and staying positive, the results you're chasing still don't show up? It's like there's an invisible force, a hidden secret, that separates those who step into prosperity from those who stay stuck in the same place, day after day. Bob Proctor used to say the real key isn't just positive thinking or visualization. He believed the greatest power lies buried deep within your subconscious, that silent part of your mind that ultimately decides what you truly believe is possible. And that's where most people miss the mark. The root of manifestation doesn't live on the surface of your thoughts. It's buried in the depths, where your deepest beliefs reside. Now, picture your mind as a vast ocean. The surface is what you notice, your conscious thoughts, your conscious desires. But what really shapes the tide, the current that moves everything forward or pulls it back, is hidden below, quiet, powerful, and unseen. If you're tired of feeling like you're working hard, trying everything, and still stuck in the same cycle with no real results, then this video found you for a reason. Here, you're going to uncover the truths no one ever told you about the law of attraction, what actually activates the power of attraction, what's silently blocking your progress, and most importantly, what you need to do to reprogram your mind and transform your reality from the inside out. If this is resonating with you, keep listening until the end. Your new life begins the moment you're willing to look beneath the surface. You've probably heard that the law of attraction is simple. Just think positive, and the universe will give you everything you want. That's the version they sell to everyone. Sweet, almost magical, like a shortcut to success and prosperity. But here's the truth very few people ever reveal. Positive thinking alone doesn't change a thing. It's like standing still in the rain, arms crossed, hoping to get wet, but never opening the umbrella. That's the first big myth that keeps millions stuck. The belief that your conscious mind, with its fleeting thoughts, is in full control. In reality, your conscious mind is just the tip of the iceberg. It floats above the surface, sure, but the real weight, the force that steers the direction of your life, is hidden below in the subconscious. That's where your true beliefs about yourself, about money, success, and self-worth live. And these beliefs, often unconscious, act like anchors, pulling you down, even when your conscious mind is screaming for change. Picture this. You plant a seed in soil filled with rocks and poison. Even if the seed is perfect, the environment it falls into will decide whether it grows, blossoms, or dies before it ever breaks the surface. Thinking positive without rewiring these beliefs is like trying to grow a plant in barren soil. The law of attraction isn't magic. It's a mirror, reflecting what's deeply rooted within you. Until you begin to clear and nourish the soil of your subconscious mind, your desires will always feel just out of reach. And that's the part no one ever told you. What you think consciously is only the surface of your mind. The real force shaping your reality, pulling things toward you or pushing them away, lives deep within your subconscious. Think of your subconscious like a vast, silent engine that never shuts off. It's running in the background, powering every decision, every emotion, every reaction you have, often without you even realizing it. While your conscious mind may be saying, "I want to be wealthy. I want to change," your subconscious might be stuck in old beliefs that say the opposite. Money is hard to come by. I don't deserve it. Success is for other people, not for me. That invisible tug-of-war between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming, that is the real game of manifestation. Bob Proctor often said, "You can't change what you don't understand." The key to unlocking your true power is learning to recognize, feel, and transform what's buried deep within your subconscious, the place where your real internal rules are written. If your subconscious is the fertile soil where the seeds of your life are planted, then nourishing that soil is the only way to make sure what you want can grow strong. There's no use painting the walls of a house if the foundation is cracked. And mental reprogramming is that quiet renovation. It takes time. It takes persistence. And it requires going deep. Because once you dive into the layers of your subconscious, you begin to uncover the hidden patterns that drive your behavior, and that's when you finally gain the power to choose which ones to keep and which ones you're ready to let go. The universe responds to the frequency you broadcast, and that frequency comes from what your subconscious believes to be real. If you want to change the reality you're living in, you have to start by changing what your silent mind accepts as truth. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. This is one of the deepest truths behind the law of attraction, and also one of the most overlooked. Most people try to manifest a new life while holding on to their old identity. But no matter how many affirmations you repeat, if deep down you still see yourself as limited, unworthy, lacking, or small, that is the frequency you're sending out. Your identity is the invisible blueprint of your reality. It's like an inner mirror, constantly projecting what you believe yourself to be into everything around you. And if that inner mirror is cracked, if the image you hold of yourself is weak, self-sabotaging, and filled with fear, then every attempt to grow will be silently blocked by the force of your own self-definition. Think of a tree. You can paint the leaves, decorate the branches, but if the roots are sick, the tree won't bloom. Your identity is the root. It determines what you expect, what you accept, and how far you believe you can go. Proctor used to say, "Lasting change only happens when you change the image you hold of yourself." You have to stop being the person who wants to attract wealth, and start becoming someone who is wealth. Not just in your bank account, but in your mind, your emotions, your actions. Do you act like someone who's already wealthy? Do you think like someone who's successful? Do you speak like someone who's already living their vision? Or are you still repeating the same old story of struggle, scarcity, and limitation? Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It accepts whatever you feed it over and over as the truth. And when you change the internal story you've been telling yourself, when you rewrite the mental script that defines who you are, everything out there begins, little by little, to shift in response. Your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of the identity you carry within. If this message is resonating with you, imagine what's still to come. Stick with me, and subscribe now to Secrets of the Mind. True transformation begins the moment you commit to your own evolution. You can think about money. You can visualize abundance. But if deep down you still feel fear, insecurity, or doubt, that's the real signal you're sending to the universe. Emotions are the language of vibration, and vibration is what the law of attraction responds to. Proctor used to say, "You don't get what you want, you get what you vibrate." And what determines your vibration isn't just the thoughts you think. It's how you feel about those thoughts. Picture an invisible antenna extending from you at all times, broadcasting signals based not on what you say, but on what you feel. If you say, "I am prosperous," but deep down you feel scarcity, you're sending out the signal of lack. If you say, "I trust the universe," but carry anxiety every single day, what you're really broadcasting is fear and doubt. And the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are on the level of emotional frequency. Emotions are like rocket fuel. If you try to launch with fear, guilt, resentment, or doubt, the power will never be enough. But when you learn to cultivate states of gratitude, certainty, worthiness, and enthusiasm, you become magnetic. You align with everything you desire. And that doesn't mean forcing fake joy. It means learning to master your inner state, even on the days when your circumstances try to convince you otherwise. Manifestation doesn't begin on the outside. It begins the moment you choose how to feel. Even when the world gives you no obvious reason to feel that way, the mind creates, but it's your emotions that activate the signal. Have you ever felt this? Like you're making progress, like something inside you is shifting, and suddenly, something happens. You pull back. You lose focus. Old habits creep back in, and everything that felt like momentum just slips away. That's not bad luck. It's not weakness. It's self-sabotage. And there's a deeper reason behind it. Your subconscious programming is trying to protect you from the very change you say you want. Yes, protect you. The subconscious mind is a guardian. It prefers the known, the familiar, the comfortable, even if that means scarcity, pain, or limitation. Because to it, the familiar feels safe. Imagine you're trapped inside a golden cage. It's small, it's tight, but it's what you know. And every time you try to break free, your subconscious pulls you back with thoughts like, "This is too good to be true. You're going to be disappointed. Better not take the risk. Who do you think you are to live like this?" Those voices aren't truly yours. They're echoes of old programming, from trauma, learned scarcity, and wounds that never fully healed. Self-sabotage is like an emotional thermostat. You might try to raise the temperature, but if the internal setting is stuck low, it'll always bring you back to the old, safe baseline. And here's the truth few are willing to accept. You can't just think positive your way out of this. You have to reset your thermostat. You need to reprogram your subconscious mind to accept success as natural, inevitable, and safe. Bob Proctor used to say, "Change the paradigm, and everything changes." A paradigm is simply the set of mental and emotional habits that govern your life. Changing that pattern isn't a one-time act. It's a practice, a conscious choice you make every single day. Self-sabotage stops when the new version of you feels more familiar than the old, when freedom scares you less than the cage. And it starts right now, at this very moment, with your decision to no longer step back. You already know the subconscious mind is the key. Now the question is, how do you reprogram that key? It's not enough to understand it intellectually. You have to feel it, repeat it, live it every day, until it becomes you. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It will accept any seed you plant, but it's you who decides whether to plant fear or confidence, scarcity or abundance. Here are 3 powerful practices Bob Proctor taught. Practices that have transformed the lives of thousands, including his own. 1. Emotional repetition. Simply repeating affirmations doesn't work unless they're charged with feeling. Saying, "I am prosperous," in a cold, mechanical way is useless. But saying it with conviction, with energy, truly feeling the reality of what you're affirming, that changes everything. Affirmations like, "I am abundance," "I am financially free," "Everything I touch prospers," should be said every day, especially right when you wake up and just before you go to sleep. Those are the moments when your mind is most open to reprogramming. 2. Visualization with identity. Close your eyes. See yourself living the life of your dreams, but see it with all your senses. What are you wearing? Who's with you? What do you feel in your chest? This visualization needs to be vivid enough that your subconscious truly believes it's happening. Because to your subconscious, what's deeply experienced in thought is reality. 3. Conscious self-image. Change how you see yourself. Think about this. If you see yourself as limited, your behavior will reflect that. But if you start to see yourself as rich, capable, magnetic, your energy changes. And the world responds. Wake up, look yourself in the mirror, and say, "I am the cause of my reality. Today, I choose to thrive." This isn't just a phrase. It's a decision. Reprogramming your mind is like training a muscle. At first, it feels awkward, but over time, it becomes natural, automatic, your new normal. And in this new normal, you become magnetic. There's a moment in every transformation journey when everything seems to get harder. You start making affirmations. You visualize every day. You change your thoughts, emotions, habits. And for a while, it feels like nothing's shifting. It's like the universe has gone silent. Like life is testing you. Like all your effort is being wasted. But that moment, that apparent silence, isn't the end. It's the crossing point. The invisible gateway that separates those who give up from those who transform. Bob Proctor used to say, "Most people fail because they quit just inches away from the gold." And it's true. The quantum field responds with a delay. Because before something shows up on the outside, you need to hold that new vibration long enough for it to become steady inside you. It's like planting a seed. You don't dig up the soil the next day to check if it's sprouting. You water it. You care for it, even without seeing anything yet. This is the silence before the miracle. The moment your faith is being refined. where your subconscious mind is recalibrating everything you once believed to be true. And you know what happens if you keep going even without any visible results? You break the pattern. You overcome the old programming. You tell the universe, through your actions and your frequency, I already am, even without proof, even in the dark. And in that very moment, when you least expect it, reality starts to shift. The invisible pieces fall into place. The flow opens up. Manifestation never fails. It simply demands consistency, alignment, and patience. The miracle doesn't come when you want it. It comes when you're ready, when your vibration is strong enough to hold the abundance you're calling in. So if today it feels like nothing's happening, remember, the universe doesn't work in a hurry. It works with precision. Don't give up in the silence, because silence is the prelude to the symphony. And your life is about to play a brand new melody. If this message has touched your heart, write in the comments right now, I was born to be rich. Declare it to the universe and to yourself that you're ready. And if this video resonated with you, just imagine what's coming next. Subscribe now to the Secrets of the Mind channel and consciously choose your awakening.